What's up, kinfolk, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, do me a favor and subscribe. And if you already are subscribed, do me a favor and get notified so you'll know whenever I upload new videos to the channel. All right, kinfolk, come on into the house. We have a lot to talk about, and it centers around rumors that allegedly Karen may have been fired at Real Housewives of Potomac. What's going on? Well, I have some new information that may answer that question and more, and here it goes. Rumors are that allegedly Karen may have been officially fired from Real Housewives of Potomac. The source said things are completely up in the air regarding Karen's return to the franchise. Allegedly, behind the scenes, producers are scrambling trying to figure out what to do next. Rumors are that the production team is split on what to do. Half of the team thinks that her missing out on the reunion is a fireable offense. And the other half, said the source, is reportedly showing Karen much grace as she tries to navigate her life forward after her DUI. However, all producers allegedly agree that Karen leaving the show would be a huge hit to the show and its ability to keep viewers watching. So, the question is Karen really about to be fired at Real Housewives of Potomac? And if true, by who? Well, allegedly, the firing of Karen may actually come from the network executives. But the question is why? Some sources feel that Karen's actions are not aligned with the rebranding of Bravo, and that blatantly lying about being intoxicated makes it look like the network is condoning her actions. But there's one problem, said the source. The problem is Karen isn't the first housewife with a DUI. So, singling out Karen with the consequence would look horrible on the network's part, especially seeing how the other housewives who allegedly have DUIs as well are white. This actually may be Karen's saving grace, ended the source. Another source said that Karen could still be let go or demoted for skipping out on the reunion and for not providing fans with her taking accountability for her actions. So, for now, the network is missing out on huge ratings that Karen would have brought in by having to address her DUI, said the source. And also for now, Karen being a part of the franchise next season is still 50-50. But we should know something concrete after the reunion. But as of right now, we will just have to wait and see, ended the source. Now, kinfolk, this is some news that came out about a week ago regarding Karen, leaving the Real Housewives of Potomac franchise. But from what my sources are saying, that it may not be so much of her actually leaving on her own accord, but it may actually have to do with her being let go. Now, kinfolk, there are a lot of parts of this rumor that I can see as being factual, and there are a lot of parts of this rumor I can see as being just not factual. But the first thing I do want to hint at is Karen and her biggest mistake that I think that she has made throughout this entire ordeal, and it's this. I think Karen's biggest mistake so far is skipping out on the reunion and not addressing her DUI head on with the fans and with the other group of ladies. It seems as if Karen is taking a play out of Portia's handbook where, she's faced with something that can be very brand damaging. And instead of taking accountability or, getting on stage and having to defend herself, Karen has taken the easy route. And she just simply said that she's not going to participate. And it seems as if she wants to be in control of her narrative, of her own story, which is fine. However, when you're getting paid to do a job to be on a reality TV show, people want to hear and see your reality. And Karen skipping out on the reunion shows that she is not all on board with showing her reality, which is kind of suspicious because she has somewhat talked about the DUI on the show. And we've all seen the tapes of her being intoxicated or allegedly intoxicated after the accident. So it seems as if the reunion would have been a fine time The perfect time for Karen to give us a masterclass on how to keep control of your own narrative by addressing it head on and by taking accountability and flipping it on the other ladies. However, Karen decided to go another route. She decided just to skip the reunion altogether, and that way she can have control of her narrative, and by not being present, no one can take control of that narrative. Now, either way, it works, but it definitely works better if she would have. It definitely would have worked better if she would have come to the reunion and just sat on that block, taking all the shots, like Nene says, and showing everyone that no matter what she has said, no matter what she has done, she's still the grand dame, and her image is intact. But it seems as if we'll never get that masterclass out of Karen. Now, Kinfolk, the next part of this rumor, I definitely can see as being somewhat factual, and it has to do with Karen's future on the show, and it's this. I don't think that Karen would be fired for her DUI, but I do think that she probably will be demoted if she comes back next season. I definitely think she will be demoted. And I can see the storyline being that Karen is only going to be in a couple of episodes because, she's still taking her rehab very seriously and she can't film full time and she's going to come in and out. Now, the only issue with that is this DUI is going to be Karen's storyline next year, whether she wants it to be or not. And if Karen is unable to craft some type of image or create some type of narrative around this DUI, then it's just going to just be a lost cause on her behalf. Because what this DUI is going to do, it is really going to force Karen to, have to come to the light on a lot of things. And it's something that seems that she's unwilling to do. Now, will production and producers and the network give her a pass? Yes, I absolutely do believe they will. When it comes to this whole DUI, if she comes back next season, I definitely feel like they want her to come back next season. But I think they also have to send a message to other housewives that you can't get away with doing something like this. And I thought that was their branding or their way of doing punishing a housewife if she kept a certain reality off of reality TV, like when Kenya and Mark got married off season. But it seems that they may actually just this one time, or if not after several times, give Karen a pass because she's such an integral role in the franchise. And instead of just firing her outright, just demote her. But Kinfolk, that's the only part of this rumor that I kind of can see or be in favor of doing, because you have to set some type of standard for the franchise, especially when you have multiple housewives who are seeing this and may feel like they can pull the same stunt. Now, Kinfolk, the third thing I want to talk about is this whole thing about fairness. And a lot of people have been talking about this fairness in the way Karen has been treated with her DUI in comparison to how other housewives have been treated. And it's this. Getting Karen fired because she was unwilling to open about her DUI, it just wouldn't be fair. And that's why I feel like the production team and the network is not going to go that route. And the reason why it wouldn't be fair, because Robin knew about one cheating scandal, knew about it the whole time, kept it behind the scenes, kept it private, and then only talked about it behind a paywall on her and Giselle's podcast. Now, if that wasn't the biggest slap in the face to production, I don't know what is or what was. And on top of that, they brought Robin back for another season right after that, and she still played coy about Juan's alleged cheating. So I think it really would set a bad precedent to see that Karen be fired for something that a lot of housewives have done. Portia did it and she was brought back. Robin did it and she was brought back. And the other housewives who maybe have DUIs and how it might have been handled differently from Karen is all proof that, what is good for the goose has to be good for the gander, or what's good for the geese has to be good for the gander. But with that being said, I do feel like Karen being fired would have been a bridge too far as to comparison how other housewives have been treated for doing some of the similar things. So, Kinfolk, the last thing about this reunion I think is going to be somewhat factual and disappointing to hear is this. Kinfolk, I hate to say it, but I think without Karen, this reunion is going to fall flat. I feel like it's going to fall flat for several reasons. But the main reason is that Karen is not going to be a part of the reunion. This reunion needs Karen. This reunion needs Karen badly. And they need this storyline because we've already seen that people are not digesting Mia's quote unquote ghetto storyline and they don't want to have anything to do with it. And rightfully so. Mia has really put the network and the ladies in a bad position, having to defend such just such dirty commentary and such a horrible narrative around her children. It's really a hands-off topic that no one really wants to get down to the nitty-gritty of. And to be perfectly honest, we've already gotten down to the nitty-gritty of everything, and we've seen how it's played out so far. So having to repeat that and rehash that and relive that for 3 episodes would have been exhausting. And Karen was going to be the person who's going to help buffer that exhaustion with her DUI case. But Karen is not going to be on a reunion, so that's not going to happen. And it seems that we're going to have a reunion full of Mia, which is not going to be good for ratings or the network or the franchise. But Kinfolk, I want to know what you guys think. If you are to believe the rumors that Karen may actually not be fired, but demoted at Real Housewives of Potomac, do you think that that's a good call by the network and producers, or do you think that will be a bad call by the network and producers? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. All right, Kinfolk, as always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and I'll see you guys over in the next one. Peace.